Hello and welcome to the Ladd Family Movie Studio, where I'm ably assisted by my two filmmakers, Ruth and Josiah McDonald Ladd. I wonder if you look at this box, it looks a little old, right? It looks like it's been around a long, long time. The story we're about to tell is a story that has been around a long, long time and been told by a great many people across a great many ages. And so, it's time to begin. Our story begins in a frightening time, in a place where people fought and fought and fought about who had power and who had safety. It happens in a desert between one great city and the next, that was full not of food and plenty, but of dryness and of sorrow and of death. The desert was a dangerous place, with a great many sorrows lurking around every corner. And it just so happened, in this dangerous, boulder-strewn place, that a traveler came, going along that dangerous road from the great city of Jerusalem toward the great city of Jericho. As it happens, when the traveler passed, he was encountered by two robbers who emerged out from behind the boulders on the path. They beat him and they kicked him. They hurt him and they took everything he owned. And when the robbers were done with him, they left him on the path, suffering as if he were dead. Into this sorrow came a traveler, another traveler, one coming down from the great city of Jerusalem. He was a priest of the temple, a wealthy man with respect and authority, loved by all the people in the city, respected as one whose choices and whose power held great authority. And when the priest came along the road and saw the traveler lying there as if he were dead, beaten and bruised, he moved to the other side of the road and kept on walking past. It came to pass then that another traveler emerged, this one a helper at the temple, one who worked for the people of great power and authority, one who moved the authority and the power so that it could serve the masters of the temple. When this man came along, the wounded person in the middle of the road, he too took his law books and his words of great wisdom. He crossed to the other side of the road, and he left him still lying there, bleeding in the dust. Finally, as our traveler was nearly dead from exhaustion and from pain and from the suffering that had occurred, another traveler came upon him. This man was a Samaritan, a person who hailed from another country. Now the Samaritans and the people who lived in Jerusalem, they fought and they quarreled unto death and bloody suffering. The people despised each other, and a Samaritan would have been viewed at this time as exactly the person those from Jerusalem were at war against. But when the Samaritan, the stranger from a different land, came upon the suffering man, he helped him to his feet. He gave him a cloak. He put him astride his very own donkey and led him onward gently and with great care to the city of Jericho, where he gave an innkeeper all the money he had and more money than he could spare, to ensure that that wounded traveler might have all the safety and the security he needed to make his way through this very scary time and onward toward all that awaited him in life. And so the question that the Rabbi Jesus posed when he first told this story to the Jewish people so very many years ago is simply this: who then is the man's neighbor? Is it the one who worked in the law books and presided over the holy things, the one who did everything right in the temple but walked right by when his fellow human was suffering? Is his neighbor the powerful one themselves, the ones who accumulated money and authority, the priests of the holy places, who walked right by when encountered by another person's suffering? Or was his neighbor the stranger from a different land, one whom he perhaps would never have met without the pain that they shared together, who stopped and gave everything so that one wounded man might have a new chance at a new day? Thank you for sharing this time with us. It is a blessing to be together.